We are at the last episode of Season 1, TS-19. Rick and the group have made it to the C.D.C, and somebody's actually there, but there's only one person. His name is Edwin Jenner. He's a scientist, and he's the last guy there, operating everything and making sure, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know why he's still there. Well, I don't know what test subjects he's getting, but he's still there. He said everybody else murdered themselves, committed suicide, or just left when shit hit the fan. And he's the only person there. And the group is just happy to be indoors, somewhere safe for once, underground, having dinner, being able to drink, shower, you know. The group's kind of happy. Rick's kind of like, oh, like he thinks like this is the best thing that ever happened to him. But then you find out that this guy's a little bit fucking crazy. Not so much he's crazy, but he's just running out of fuel. And instead of letting them in just freely, like saying, yeah, come on in, he just gave up. In the last episode, we could kind of see he's drunk. He's just given up. He's just absolutely given up. He let them inside, and he said, listen, I'll let you inside, but you have to give me a sample of your DNA. Why? Well, ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. I believe this, they never even go back to this, but he was actually trying to see if their blood wasn't the same, I guess. Like, if somebody had, like, I don't know, because they don't ever get into it, but basically, like, there's a cure. There can be a cure, because supposedly the virus is in everybody, so he's trying to see if the virus is not in one of them. But we don't know that till much later, till the end of Season 2, so spoiler. But anyway, this episode's a departure from the comics. It has nothing to, it was never in the comics. Frank Darabont wrote this one, and somebody else. So they wrote this together to show you how extreme, you know, that they're going to deviate away, not extreme, but how much they're going to deviate away from the comic books, the original source material. A lot of people didn't like this episode. I don't know why. It wasn't a great episode, but it wasn't terrible. In the beginning, you see that Shane actually did when, like, you know, like he said, he went there to save Rick. So come on, he tried to get a nurse to help him. He tried everything, but shit was hitting the fan, and he couldn't do it. So he didn't intentionally lie to Lori. He thought he was dead. He thought even if he wasn't dead, there was no way he was going to get back up. Especially when the power went down, he's like, oh, he's going to die either way. But Lori's a fucking bitch. She won't hear it. Like, ugh, ridiculous. I think she's a beautiful woman. She's a talented actress. The character's a stupid fucking bitch. It's as simple as that, is my opinion. Anybody else think like that? Andrea's going to be like that coming up. And she's going to be an annoying fucking character too. All the women in these shows are so... not in these shows, in this show in particular. The only one so far that has not been annoying, in my view, of the entire series so far. Of course, I'm going to rewatch it. But as of right now, to my recollection, Maggie's the only one that has not been annoying. And see, Carol's gotten annoying this year. But she wasn't. Anyway. Oh no, it was an okay episode. You find out that since there's no more oil or, you know, fuel for the generators, that everything's going to shut down, and Jenner's planning to blow everything up because, like he says, it is a C.D.C. They store a lot of fucking diseases and all this bullshit in there that they're protecting the world from. So if that gets out, or just, you know, if the power dies and doesn't blow up, that shit can get out somehow, some way, or, you know, whatever. So, yeah, they have to blow it up, and he locked them all inside, like, yeah, you're all gonna die with me, like a crazy psychopath. And they're like, you gotta let us live, we want hope. So, he lets them out of there, and boom, 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 see, this is where Frank Darabont comes into action. The way they get out is the grenade that Rick found in episode 1. Was it 1 or 2? Either way, I think it was episode 2. He finds the grenade. So, they use that to escape. They get out, and which I don't understand why. Well, I guess Carol could have been like, "Oh my God, wait! I have this grenade here. Then put it by that door." But then they would have been stuck. They wouldn't have gotten out either way. So Shane goes crazy and threatening Jenner, but he's not listening. It comes down to Rick reasoning with him, let them go, and let them, you know, try. Andrea wants to stay there and die because she's miserable because of her sister passed away. She's depressed. She's crying. She's just, oh, another one. She's just a sad case. She's like, ah. So then Dale, like, blackmails her. Jackie stays. That finally found out her name. She stayed because, I don't know. She's just like, fuck it. I've been trying to live this whole time. But now that I know that there's no... he didn't even tell them there was no cure. She just decided to stay. Anyway, all in all, it was an okay episode. It was a good way to end season 1. I don't think it's that big of a deal that they went to the CDC and said, oh, that ruined the entire show by them going to the CDC so early. Not really, because like I said, he's not the best and smartest. The test subject that the episode is titled after is his wife. She was the test subject to film how the virus takes effect in the brain. So they have this whole little thing. So it's what happens when they die, how these synapses turn back on and reanimate your body, but that's the only part of the brain that functions, is like the hunger or whatever. So that was his wife, and she was the smartest one and the whole thing. So he's not that smart. He saw he messed up he made a mistake. He fell asleep and made a mistake the last episode, and he was in the room testing chemicals or blood or whatever, and he screwed up everything. So he has nothing left. So I'm pretty sure the reason why he wants to die is because he thinks there's nothing left, and he hasn't even been out there. He just thinks the world's over, and he lost his woman, and he got drunk, and he's like, forget it, it's over. Anyway, all in all, it was a decent episode. Well, Shane does confront Lori about it, but she's just ridiculous and doesn't matter, so we'll see what happens. But he's really on the deep end, man. Like, I don't know what happened between this episode and the last one, why he's, like, obsessed. Well, last episode he did try to, he did aim a gun at Rick in the woods and was like, I could just fucking kill this guy and be like, it was an accident. I didn't mean to do it. Lori, I'm sorry. Can we fuck? But anyway, it was a good way to end the show. And he does, Jenner does whisper something into Rick's ear, which Rick's like, what? But that doesn't really matter, because that's in every zombie apocalypse. Night of the Living Dead, the remake, he got shot in the arm. He didn't get bit. And then he ended up turning into a zombie. So it doesn't matter. You die, you come back. You don't have to get bit. That's what I believe the myth is. I'm all confused. Oh my god, this episode just destroyed my brain. Anyway, you could tell I'm having a good time just talking to myself about these episodes. Nobody has to comment. It's okay. I'm having myself a dandy old time over here. Anyway, if you are listening and you do watch this, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. And do you think it was too soon for them to go to the CDC? And in general, what do you think about this? Let me know down below. I said it again. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.